7 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and start the meeting. Just for the fact that we need to nominate a chair and a vice chair. We do not have that right now, so I'm going to leave it up to your membership here to make a decision as who they would like to have as their chair, make a nomination, and then we can pick a vice chair. So I'll let you all make, if you'd like to be chair, would you maybe...
I nominate Ms. White. You've been here the longest.
Yeah.
Is there a second for Ms. White to be the chair?
A second, if you'll do it.
So is a second, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Any noes? No? Second, all in favor of that?
Are you okay with that, Kelly?
We're going to help you. Derek has a script for you. For
okay, good.
So then we need a vice chair. So if you have somebody would nominate somebody for vice chair.
Who's been here the second? Who's been here the second longest?
Me.
I nominate you.
Nomination.
I second that.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Second, and all in favor?
Aye.
I just got to be the vice chair, and if there's no no's, which there isn't, because you all voted. So I guess, Kelly, if you don't mind taking the center chair there, and chair the rest of the meeting, and Derek, you have the...
You're in charge now.
And there's a script there for you, and you have your own ballot there and a board. You can hit it as much as you like.
Just read everything in red.
Okay.
It should be good to go, but it's basically asking for a motion in each of these put in public hearings. You'll open up a public hearing and then close it if there's no one signed up to speak.
Okay, just help me along the way.
Yep, I'm here for you.
So I literally say city recorder, will you do roll call?
Yep.
Okay.
Mr. Curry?
Here.
Mr. Faust? Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mrs. White?
Here.
Alderman Spicer?
Here. Ask for a motion to discuss or approve the adoption of the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Please say yes. All right. Do we have a motion to approve or discuss the minutes for the beer board meeting on October 3rd, 2023?
Approve.
All in favor?
You need a second.
Oh, sorry.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. So now open the public hearing for possible revocation of off-premises beer permit issued to Kroger Company located at 510 Highway 76.
So you'll look at the sign-up sheet that's right next to you, right by the gavel. Yeah, and so it looked like no one signed up to speak.
So if
you
there's
can
no
just
one,
close it.
here's,
Close there and move on to the next
we'll close
Yeah.
that. I'll close the public hearing for.
You don't have to read it. You just
Okay, just close the hearing. All right. Bear with me, people. My first day. All right. So open the public hearing for possible revocation of off-premises beer permit issued to Sudden Service, number 74, located at 3051 Highway 31W. If there's no one here to speak on it. Oh. It's needed. I'm the district manager of that service.
Yeah, we'll deal with that in underneath business.
Yeah, this is just for
This
public.
is just for like public if somebody showed up to talk about it. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If there's no one on your sheet, you can open and close each one. Okay. So I'll close that, and then is there anyone here to speak on the public hearing for public issue for the EJs at 532 Raymond Hirsch Highway? No one here. We'll close that. No reports. We'll move to new business. Ask for a motion to discuss or approve the revocation of off-premises beer permit issued to the Kroger Company located at 510 Highway 76. Motion to discuss.
Second.
Chief, you want to go over this, what you have going on with these three cases?
Yes, sir. We did the compliance checks October 27th of this year. We had a male subject that was 19 years old that was conducting the buys, specifically to Kroger. The male subject walked in the store and picked up a six-pack of Mick Ultra. The register operator at the time of purchase was Claire Fink. She failed to identify the correct age on the license. She actually looked at it. I think you watched the video. She looked at it 2 or 3 times. and not really sure how she missed it. It said on the license in red, underage until date. So there's really no explanation of why she sold it. But that's pretty much speaks for itself. If you want to watch the video.
I'd like to see it.
Alrighty. Here you go. No, thanks. No, I don't. Here you go. You too.
Just for background, we generally do these a couple times a year, and the last time, I think we had a clean slate, where for the first time in many years that we've been doing this for 15 years or so. How many did you guys end up doing that night total?
How many stores?
How many compliance checks? I know you.
Every place that sold alcohol we checked, so it was probably around 18, I think. Upper teens.
Over 20. Maybe.
Yeah, and so 3 failed. So 3.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Are you here from Kroger's? Do you want to come? Anybody have any questions for him? Or?
I do. What's the training process for someone who works at Kroger
So we
in
have
regards to alcohol?
we have 2 different trainings. One is the top shelf training, which covers the wine and beer. That's a 2-hour long training that they go through. It goes through all the steps, and then we have all the in-house paperwork that they fill out and go through the process that should have took place, which you verify the ID matches the person, and then scan the back of the ID so that it generates the date on there. At no point should they ever type the date in, and unfortunately, in this situation where she typed the date in, she typed a date that did not match the ID, and that's why.
That didn't alert the clerk by having the wrong, but because it didn't match, it didn't alert him that it was a mismatch?
Since she didn't scan the back of it, it didn't generate the date that was
She
on there.
put in her own
She scanned
Put
it.
in a date
She
that would
typed
have
in the
made it
date that
18.
didn't correspond with the ID.
Why does, and just a simple question, why does not everyone just scan in the back? Because I go to Kroger and sometimes they'll type it in and sometimes they scan it.
There shouldn't be a situation where they don't scan it. There's some situations where the ID is rubbed off and it wouldn't scan, and at that point they would type it in. But their first attempt should always be to scan the back of the card.
And does everyone that is allowed to take a license for alcohol 18 or over?
Yes.
And how long has Miss Claire been on the job?
She's been on the job for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. That makes a difference.
Dang.
Have you done anything since? to
Yes, so
correct these?
every associate that sells either on the front end or through our pickup department has been retrained, and I have their sign-off sheets where they went through the training
Okay.
and acknowledged all their forms, and then Ms. Fink is no longer with us. She was terminated that day.
How often does the training reoccur?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah.
So if she'd been on the job for 3 weeks, she had just gone through the training
She
3
had
weeks
went
prior
through
to that, or?
Yeah, part of her new hire orientation, she would have went through all that training before she was ever put on register.
Several years ago, we created this Bureau Board fine recommendations, and I believe in this one, it's the first offense, because we have a minimum amount of time that they have to pass, for, like, was it 2 or 3 years, is it?
Yes,
Yes.
3 years.
3 years. If they go 3 years without an offense, then it becomes a first offense again. So they haven't had any in over 3 years. So this board could possibly make a recommendation to fine up to $1,000 on a first offense. So I think that's according to the fine schedule.
So I have one more question. So what does Kroger do internally to monitor and make sure that everyone is scanning the back of the ID and not typing it in?
So we do 25 observations a week where we stand back and watch transactions when it comes to monitoring their interaction with the customers, and if they're scanning Kroger Plus cards, if they're checking IDs to match it for gift cards, and then also if there's alcohol in that transaction, that we monitor to make sure that they are carding and scanning the back of it.
And that's recorded how?
It's through an internal website that we have. It's called Fresh Start.
So it's recorded on camera, or it's recorded by a supervisor
It's
on
recorded
duty?
by me or a supervisor.
What's the recommendation? When was the last time, can you see? How
I
long?
don't have that.
Definitely not been in the last 3 years.
Yeah, definitely have been the last 3 years.
Just trying to think what we did. We haven't had one in a while. Was it 250 or 500?
I think we did 500, but I could be wrong. I don't remember a 250 in a while.
Yeah, I believe it was 500.
So that's what I remember too. Our first offense.
You want to make a recommendation?
Yeah, 500.
Got it.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor for a recommendation of a fine of $500 to Kroger's? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Did I say something else?
No, that's it. Just so you know, I'm going to give you this letter on how to pay and instructions on how to do it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, anything else y'all need?
That should do it.
Okay. Thank y'all. You have one tonight.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, we'll talk now about the possible revocation of on-premises beer permit for EJ's located at 532 Raymond Hirsch Parkway.
Move to discuss. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Same situation as Kroger's. The teenager walked in, establishment about 12:30 in the afternoon, bought some Mick Alter from a Deborah Mennigan hand, an employee at EJ's. They weren't advised EJ's that they failed a compliance check. I misspoke the last time, threw it in, misspoke, left it out. Everyone that stole the alcohol is also charged with misdemeanor, so they'll have to appear in general sessions court, so that's on top of whatever the establishments get fined, so.
Video on that one? You got a video on that one too?
Yeah.
How does it work if they're not in business anymore? Do they still
EJ.
have time?
I think we can discuss that.
I guess so.
it's gotta be towards the end, Derek, 'cause it would've set her down, I would think. So back up just a hair. Right there. I got it right there.
Thank you.
Did you want to look for something?
Not right now.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine.
Yeah. Right next to the door.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
Do we have any questions?
So obviously no one's here from you, Dave.
Yeah.
I've never had this happen before.
We haven't either. I think it might be wise to follow the same pattern, and we'll just send a letter, and then it'll be up to them how they want to pay, if they pay or whatever. So
I mean, I'm of the opinion if they're out of business, it kind of, why further punish someone?
you have the right to dismiss a case too if you want to.
Yeah, I
It's up to
mean-
you.
They're not gonna be able, the server's gone, she can't,
Can we
she's
make
already
make a thing where as long as she doesn't apply for a beer license in such amount of time that, but if she did come back to town and apply for a beer license, then she has to pay this fine? But otherwise, as long as the business,
Yeah, we're not revoking it, so I guess, yeah, there's probably something that could be made, a statement could be entered into the record for that.
that if she ever applied for another beer license within a certain amount of time, that she would have to pay.
Well, if she was, I would say if she was violated again, she would have to pay a higher fine.
Correct. But she lives in Colorado now, so the chances are unlikely.
Right, she's gonna open another business in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could withhold a liquor permit to her for, like you said, if you want to, 6 months or something, or whatever you want to
Had
do.
she had one in the last 3 years?
No. That's about how long she's probably been in business, and I think maybe 4 years, so she's done pretty good.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable. Just, if she comes back, then,
If she was applied for a permit, let's say she came back to apply for another permit, she would have to pay a fine maybe?
yeah, that sounds reasonable.
So that would be consistent with what you kind of appropriate way you're consistent, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would impose a $500 fine if she were to apply for another
I would say
beer
within
permit
the
to be
next 3
approved.
years, if Erica applied for a beer license, that she would have to pay this fine for.
So 3 years?
Do we have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll move to the next one, which is, oh, I skipped that one. I apologize. I got new contacts to take too. Possible revocation of all premises beer permit issued to Sudden Service number 74 Marathon located at 3051 Highway 31W. Anyone here for Sudden Service? Okay.
Same situation as the last two, October 27th, approximately 1:30 in the afternoon. Our informant walked in and was able to purchase a 6-pack of Mich Ultra. The operator was a Joshua Millard. He failed to identify the correct age on the license, and he was also cited into General Sessions Court on misdemeanor charges.
I know, we sat there, oh, I'm sorry. Hey, this is,
Hi. 2024, yes. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. You're good. Thank you.
Derek. Long View Road.
Yeah, that's Matco.
Oh, that was a good
Might
one.
be further forward.
She turned her away.
Yeah.
I don't know how that, Keith must have made a mistake when he downloaded that one.
Okay.
I don't know why that
Further up,
should have been on.
Unless they went there right after that.
He may
Because
have,
that was a pretty long
Could be
video.
further up on the tape.
Yeah.
yeah, they may
I know.
have dropped it on the street.
There we go.
Good, how are you?
How you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Good idea.
Yes.
Just ask for it, right?
He did. Yep.
Man, you ain't been able to drink for long.
Yeah.
Guess I'll be 11:51.
Here you go.
Pretty much it. Gonna give her a change and she goes out the door, I suppose.
So he looks at it, doesn't type anything into a computer, doesn't verify an age at all, and gives her the beer, right? Is that what you guys saw? Okay, just making sure I saw the same thing.
Do you guys have a process where,
Yes, ma'am. So, and to explain, which obviously there's no excuse for what he did, but, so they had what we call a commander update about a month and a half prior. Basically, whether it be Marathon or Southern Service, Shell, if you don't upgrade your fuel system and the way like credit cards are processed or whatever, then they'll fine us $1,000 every month. So they got that update about a month and a half before this incident, and it was me and him that were there the day it got upgraded. And I know that the register ID'd at that time because I was on it for hours with him. However, 2 days before this incident, his register stopped scanning IDs, so that's why he didn't try to scan it. So I have all that documentation. But I logged an IT ticket. They did not do it in time. They did not answer the IT ticket until after we had been cited and the officer.
There's another register in that store, right? There's more than one?
Yeah, no, none of them scanned. And I don't know why. The IT ticket, because I have it, it said something about there was an upgrade. There was an issue within the upgrade, so not the initial upgrade, but just a regular, another upgrade.
so that's just saying like the scanner didn't work to scan the ID?
No, ma'am, the scanner worked, so if you would try to, he was on PTO when it happened, so I had a GM down the road at 71, watching that store, and she called me 2 days before saying, hey, you can't scan IDs for anything, so no tobacco, no alcohol, it just wouldn't let you scan. The scanner worked, and you could see it flash, and it would ding, but on the screen, it would just flash, so it would not let you.
Wouldn't recognize the...
Yes, ma'am, it would not register.
So what did you recommend to your employees then to do in this situation with
So-
IDs?
That's a good question. We do what we always do, which is kind of shocking, especially for White House, because you guys literally send us a letter
I
this
know.
morning. But we have a We Care, We ID form, so we have two of them. We have one that's once a month, and then we have one that's every single day. So every single day, an employee comes to work, GM, GSR, him, and he did sign it. It's what would you call it, commitment?
It's just acknowledging
Their responsibility.
their responsibility.
Check the ID.
And that they will do that. So obviously he could have, I mean, even though the scanner didn't work, he could have looked at it and he didn't evaluate the ID correctly, so.
And this ID did have the big red bold. So I will say, I recognize the gentleman, he's carded me before.
So is he still employed?
No, ma'am. I terminated him in the system because when this happened, I literally walked in, not kidding, 30 seconds after the,
So
officer.
even though you're telling us the reason that he did that is because he couldn't scan it, you still let him go, right?
14 minutes after, the officer walked in the door to, confront the situation. 14 minutes exactly. He was terminated.
Do we have any recommendations? Have they had any violations in 3 years?
No.
I would say just keep it consistent at 500.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright.
Any opposed? Alright.
I have the same letter for y'all whenever you are.
And you guys don't have to stay if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Do I need to do something with this beer permit? Because I know we sold to.
Since you have it, I'll take it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Alright. Skipped all around. Now we'll go to the consideration of off-premises permit for Golden Bear, number 22, located at 3051 Highway 31W. Do I have a motion to discuss or approve?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
What are we motioning for? Discussion or approval?
Discuss.
Okay. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I ask who made the first motion?
Sorry, he did. Any opposed?
This one of the owners. Yeah.
Alright, Chief, you wanna tell us
No.
about?
Well, this is Golden Bear. Are y'all with Golden Bear?
Yes.
They may have some questions, if you don't mind standing up to the podium.
They've changed hands, so they're seeking an actual permit for that same location that we just gave.
Oh,
fines
okay. So this is not even to do with a violation?
No,
this
this is
is
a
a new
brand new
permit.
permit,
Okay.
so they changed owners.
It was going to them.
Yeah.
But you can see you have an issue, right?
I know.
Yeah, because
But-
because didn't you just say that happens like every month or couple of months, that
So
there's a
from
new
15
update?
years, I own liquor stores in
Yeah.
Lebanon, Mount Juliet area. I never had ticket or anything. Matter of fact, I never had driving ticket in my life. But yeah, I mean, I understand we have to follow the rules and laws, and so I'll definitely take care of it. I know about, she was correct about the Shell. The guy has Shell location, we have same issue in our stores in Mount Juliet area, so. But I'll make sure that we have a system in our liquor stores that we use. It's off track than a C-store, like in C-store we use, but in liquor stores we have a device that is operated by Windows, so we scan our ID into that. So that's extra protection. It costs us $1,100, but it's way
It's
better
worth it.
than having this trouble.
Yeah.
So
We
we use
appreciate
that. So we started in some gas stations, so probably I'll try to take care of here too, while I say this.
You've already taken management already over here?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we did. We took care, but of course, while we didn't have a beer permit, we stopped selling the beer for
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But now, once we added your permission, blessings, we'll start from tomorrow.
Okay, all right. And you'll train the employees?
Absolutely. We have same We Care system, so I'm partnered with TriStar in a lot of locations, twice daily service, and so we do the same format, We Care, and we have our in-house same responsibility, what they do, same thing we do, just different format to do, but yeah, we give, I mean, of course, we try to train our guys, but at the same time, our employees has to take their own responsibility, because, I mean, some employees, we all know, they might try to take out the $20 to give beer to somebody, so we make sure that they get punished if they do something illegal.
Yeah.
I hate for anyone to lose their job, but I do appreciate the businesses that do have a zero tolerance.
Absolutely, we do that, ma'am. In fact, in my liquor stores, we never had, I mean, of course, we had people come in and offer $100, $200 for liquor bottle on Sundays or, before church hours, but, I mean, we stay in our rules, so we never had any problem.
Do I have a motion to approve the beer license?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right,
Thank you.
you're good to
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you.
All right, this meeting is adjourned. Hit that hard.
Hard as you want.
Were you shaking on the inside? That would've been.
Maybe 5 minutes, I need to get it right now.
Normally, because, I have to build up to stuff like this.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
I don't know.
Oh, see you guys, see you at the house.
You have to go upstairs to get it? Okay. If you don't mind waiting a few minutes.
I was gonna have to go get it for a minute, and you can just sign it.
Oh, I get signed stuff too?
Yeah.
Practice my signature.
I'll get your packet.
Oh, wait, just a minute.
Yeah.